Hi guys, my name is Clay, and I've got a special video for you guys today. Today we'll be looking at Lionel's new 3-rail O-scale 280 consolidation type steam locomotive. So sit back, relax, and welcome to the SEL. So since this version of Lionel's 280 does not bear the name of any particular railroad, let's first talk about the history of the 280s, why they're called consolidations, and then we'll go into a short dive of my plans to letter this locomotive and why it's a very special engine to me. So for those that didn't know, the 280 is called a 280 because of the wheel configuration. The front truck has 2 wheels, there are 8 driving wheels, and there is no trailing truck underneath the cab. You heard me call this a consolidation type engine earlier. That's because the first 280 built by Baldwin was named Consolidation. The Consolidations were seen as a huge advance in power and became the popular choice for freight services, and were built in greater quantities than any other wheel configuration at the time, as the railroads needed a strong freight workhorse for rough terrains. So this engine is very special to me in many different ways. Not only is it an undecorated engine, which is already difficult to find at all, let alone brand new, but this is my first legacy locomotive. And it has a bit of a story to go with it. So if you've been watching my channel and seen some of my posts on Instagram, you may have spotted some of the new Atlas heavyweights sitting in the background of some of the pictures and shorts I've been posting. Well, I bought those to eventually letter for my railroad. I talked a little about those plans in my first layout update video. I'll put a link to the video in the top corner of this one if I can. If not, I'll put a link to it in the description. I won't go into detail here because I do want to do a video talking about all the plans I have for the SEL equipment I want to eventually do. I even have some plans for some F3s or F7s, F9s, whatever I can get my hands on that it's also undecorated. But anyway, the reason I snagged this version of the Lionel Consolidation is because I could letter it up for the SEL. I had no plans originally to buy one at all until I saw it on the Mr. Muffin's Trains website late one night and knew I couldn't let it get away from me. Within a week, if not the next day, I had it ordered and was super excited. I had always wanted an undecorated engine, and as I've heard many people call it, it was my holy grail engine. So, not only is it my first legacy engine, an undecorated engine, it was also my holy grail engine. I'm planning on numbering it number 21 as I bought it in 2021, and the Southern Eagle Line's name will go on the tender with the number going on the back of the tender as well. I will put white stripes on the running boards and the tender, and white walls on the driving wheels as well as the front truck. So now that I've talked a little bit about the history of both the prototype and my plans for this particular model, let's look at some of the features of this engine. This model can be controlled in multiple ways. You can use the Legacy Control System, TMCC, the Line Chief app, the Line Chief Universal Remote, as well as conventionally. You will also be able to use the new Base 3 in the accompanying app to control it whenever it comes out. This model features die-cast metal construction with some details being cast in and others being separately applied, as well as a coal load in the tender which is made of real coal. It has a scale coupler on the front of the locomotive, but it comes with a dummy O-gauge coupler just in case you want to double head it. The engine, including the couplers, is right at 20 inches long and has 5 pickup rollers, 2 underneath the tender and the other 3 under the engine. The engine also has a dual fan-driven smoke unit for both the smokestack and the whistle steam smoke effect, and to load smoke into the smoke unit, you pour the smoke fluid down the smokestack. Alright, let's start it up. So like all of Lionel's modern legacy locomotives, This engine does feature the 5 different whistles and bells, and since I'll be using the Lion Chief app today, it'll be a little bit more difficult for me to switch between them, but you can switch between them. So this is the one that it comes out of the box with. Number 2. Number 3. Number 4. And number 5. And it also has the 5 bells, so this is the standard one. Second one. Third one. Fourth one. And the 5th one. So as you saw as I was going through the different whistle sounds, this does in fact have the whistle steam smoke effect. And because the hole for the smoke unit is right underneath the whistle, it looks like it's coming out of the whistle itself instead of off to the side. The model also features directional lighting, and the rear coupler is an electrical coupler that can also be fired from the Lion Chief app or Legacy Remote or whatever version of control you are using. One thing I did want to quickly address before we got started was there are some sounds that I cannot control because I'm using the Bluetooth app, like the quilling whistle, the bicolor marker lights, and other sounds that I just can't toggle because I'm not using Legacy. I do have the Bass 3 on order, but because I'm using the app for now, there are some features that I just can't show quite yet. Alright, so let's go ahead and move her out.
Roger. Trains inbound. Clear. Over.
So this is a fantastic engine, especially as a first command-equipped engine. The price of this engine is right under $675. If you'd like to get one of these for yourself, visit the Mr. Muffins Trains website at www.mrmuffinstrains.com or call them at 765-292-2002. They also have an option for you to weather or custom letter your engine if you get an undecorated version for an extra $150. If you're looking for a community of model railroaders to join, consider the Matt and Matt O-Scale Trains podcast Discord. This community is tied to the Matt and Matt O-Scale Trains podcast and is a great way to meet new people in the hobby. If you'd like to listen to the latest episode, go to their website at www.mandmpodcast.com. There will be a link to join the Discord in the show notes of the episodes. That'll do it for this review. I'd like to thank all of my new and current subscribers. Your support is great and it keeps me wanting to make more videos. My name is Clay, and thanks for visiting the SEL.